Yo. Let's see if some motherfuckers can pull up in here, man. And kick it with the 720 at this odd hour. Yeah, I'm here. Get on the stream, get on the live. Come on, y'all. Got to come on in. There's some crazy shit going down. Yeah. Your boy, they're trying to implicate your boy. It's very funny, man. I mean, the weight. I can feel the weight. What's going on? Let's see if I can tell some people getting on the live real quick. Let me see here. Is there anybody in the room? Because I will clip this motherfucker. But we're going to sit here and chill for a minute, I guess, you know. I'm here now. Fuck it. I gotta stop cussing so much. Shit. Go cuss right there. Okay, we got somebody in here. What's good? It's a lot of shit going down in the planet Earth. Kicked out of heaven.com. You need to get it, man. This shit is wild. Everything that's been going on since the top of the year. We need to do a full recap because boy, it's going and it's moving fast. And you know, everybody thought a motherfucker was playing, man. Motherfuckers don't be playing, man. You know. And that's just what it is. Yo, who's ever in here, man, is best to engage. So say something, you know, whoever's in here, man. Y'all get on the feed. Y'all get in the chat or something. You know, because it's a lot to talk about right now. I really want to start off from the top, the very top, which would be this nigga who got caught with 100 bodies in his basement. Y'all remember that? 100 bodies in the basement? This shit just happened. It just happened in January. The body snatchers, invasion of the body snatchers is the time period we in. And that's why I told you I tried to prepare everybody. I tried to prepare. And what happened with the nigga? The nigga said, man, this nigga crazy. This nigga over here talking about werewolves and shit. Yeah, you see a lot of werewolfing, don't you, nigga? That's right. That's right. You see that Donald Trump is doing the werewolfing, nigga. You understand? Peter Stump, nigga. It's right up in here, volume 2, baby. It's the werewolf. Peter Stump, another version of that last name, Stump or Stub or Trump, nigga. Werewolfing out here. So you better get ready. You know, it is the invasion of the body snatchers, and it started out with the Jonathan Gerlach, nigga. The 100 bodies in the basement. The nigga was digging up. The white boy was digging up 100 bodies in the basement. I mean, 100 bodies out of the graveyard and then taking them to his basement. And he had a wifey, and niggas be in divorce court. He had a wifey living with him, nigga, and had 100 bodies in the basement. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know what them white boys is doing, but they build. Well, I do know what they doing, but they build some bouty bitches. I'll tell you that shit. Nigga ain't build no bouty bitch like that. You know what I'm saying? So then, what happened right after that? Boom! Body snatched this nigga Maduro in Venezuela. You know, we gonna come get that. We needs the oil. We about to send these tanks on the road, nigga. We need as much oil as possible. Now, see, let me say something, man, because there's a lot of, I don't know if the Democrats be watching me or whatever the case is. Niggas that been hurt by the literature. I rebirthed the stomping on the planet. And the Democrat wants you to be soft and weak and be vulnerable is the word they use, right? When you're vulnerable, you're open for attack. You see how that works? They wanted everybody to wear pajamas and all this old weak ass shit. This is natural law, what you're witnessing here, people. And be very happy that you were born on the winning team. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if any other country on this planet is going to war, a nigga is not going to be at the restaurant. A nigga is not going to be at the bar. Nigga not going to be in the drive-thru at the movies, picking up your kids from daycare. Because all you niggas in America going to work tomorrow. You're going to work. You're going to watch this shit on your phone. Talk about it at work. Because America is kicking ass, nigga. Okay. and you know, I don't know why they kicking ass. I'm not sitting in the Oval Room. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to people. See, this is why there has been no progression with the whole situation with the money religion and the God 720 and all of that shit. It's because there's no respect for hierarchy. There's no respect for proof. You understand? And the majority of the brains out here don't understand how to identify real. I've always been real from the get-go, nigga. You see this shit? Do you see this shit? Do you see this shit? They go down to Venezuela and they shoot the microwave gun at the military. Okay, in Venezuela. And they shut down Cuba and starve them out. And they take the president from Maduro. We ain't heard nothing about it since. Okay. Come to find out, the people in Venezuela was over there thanking us for coming over there smashing like we did. You dig? It's interesting. Don't you see this shit? And then the ICE was shooting up motherfuckers. And then supposedly there's a snowstorm on the East Coast. You know, I told niggas about that East Coast shit long time ago. Long time ago. And now we looking at war, and where y'all at? East Coast. That's where all the shit is at. You know, Jersey and all of that, nigga. They not finna come shoot up no entertainment in the motherfucking Vegas, nigga. You know, and supposedly they're already doing there's what you want to call scrimmages going on across America right now. So you got locations. You got the shooting that happened in Austin where 3 people died, 14 people got shot up. It was some nigga from Single. He was Singhalese, and he was wearing a shirt owned by Allah. So this is a warning sign. We have to pay very close attention because they want to bring the infidel. They want to bring their rhetorical, heretical nonsense. You understand? And we won't. I don't play them games. You dig what I don't play with the mental confusion. And you know, it's very interesting, man. The whole shit is so wild. The whole shit. You know, because there's so much relation to the material. Let me show you something about relation. You know, oh, hold on. Before we even go into that, let's go down the list. Okay, we talked about that. Then they went over there, took the Greenland. They was about to take the Greenland. They went to, and Greenland wanted to try to clown on America, my nigga. You niggas is up there like 5th layer autistic, nigga. What is you talking about? You motherfuckers can't even say a full sentence right, nigga. You're mumbling and shit. You motherfuckers. Greenland is a whole country of like the autistic, nigga. Did you see the videos? You know, and they tried to clown and shit. Yeah, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You tried to clown. You know, by doing the lean over from the fentanyl motherfuckers in Philly. You know, so I mean, you know, there's a little disrespect. You know, but we will swallow the Greenland as appropriate. You understand? This will be Planet USA by the time Trump is done because you're all dumbasses out here. All of this shit is fucking. Let me tell you some of the coldest shit I heard from presidents and their statements pertaining to the situation. This was a couple of months ago, I think, like maybe a year ago, when he was over there talking about the Iraq Israel conflict or whatever. President Trump said the motherfuckers been over there fighting for so long they don't even know what they're fighting about anymore. Phenomenal. That is a man that understands history. You know, it's so fucking stupid. We're at a different point now because science rules. Science rules. Science rules over religion. And that is the major conflict that you're witnessing right now. You know, motherfuckers think they want to go to war, nigga. We got the sonic boom, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? Niggas got F-52 jets and break the sound barrier and all types of shit. You know, bomb your whole shit. You know, even though Trump said we got rid of their whole nuclear shit, like what, like 6 months ago, 8 months ago. You know, it's over though. And then it came back up. This whole new situation just came up. Remember, the Iran was over there just lynching up all of their people, and some type of civil war conflict was going on, and they were shooting up shit, and they said they was about to lynch about 20 people. And Trump made a phone call and said, "No, you will not." He's saving lives. You understand? And then they didn't do it. Okay. So, you know, it's all medieval. You have to understand, you know, I think the empire over there is like 2,500 years old. America's only 250, but that's not the point. You see, 2,500 years old, you're crumbling, you're weak, your knees are wobbly. You understand? The number one line here is science. And that's why the white man is kicking everybody's ass on the planet. And the native is so mad about it. You saw what happened. The ICE came through and was snatching the Mexicans up. And then out of nowhere, woo woo, we kicked the hornet's nest, nigga. And look at what happened in Mexico. They got cartels shooting up each other everywhere in every major city in Mexico, throughout the whole country right now. You see what I'm saying? There's so much conflict going on. Afghanistan and Pakistan is going to war. Okay, I think the conflict with Sudan is still going on over there with Sudan. Sudan's not even a fucking country, you know. And Ethiopia and the Eritrea conflict over there. I wouldn't be surprised if some shit starts popping off, you know, on the western hemisphere of Africa. Well, Africa has never stopped, you know. At any given moment, you know, they're chopping up off some arms or some shit over there. You know what I'm saying? And then we go over to Europe. Supposedly the Muslims took over all of Europe. The news channels, because you have to understand, there's like major corporations that own a multitude of news channels at one time, and this is how they're able to block what gets distributed where. So they're shutting down a lot of the imagery, you know, so we can't see it. They don't want Americans to go crazy because Americans still got cannibals running around here. We have a lot of layers of defense, you know. And we're not just talking about our officials, we're talking about the local yokel. You know, you don't want to get Bubba from Mississippi and Arkansas. You want to leave that alone. You don't want to get, you know, the rude boy from the Brooklyn and the Queens. That's a terrible situation. You don't want to get the Crip and the Blood. You don't want to get the motorcycle gangs. You don't want to get the essays. You don't want to get the Asian gangs, because I mean, you know, if they want to side with their people or whatever the fuck is going on, it'll be mass chaos here in America. You know what I'm saying? If it spills over. And I mean, there's so much energy in the air, people can feel there is a potentiality that it will spill over. You know what I'm saying? It's like the foam is right at the top of the mug. You understand? It's about to run down the side. And that's why you need to kick out of heaven while the United States Postal Service is still in operation. Because you need to be conditioned, okay, with the darkness, nigga, okay, so that it doesn't disturb you. You understand? And when you run into these situations in the reality, you already need to have your brain wired on what your capabilities are. You know, get them nerves tweaked a little bit. You understand? And if you're going to be quick with it, I suggest you read the weather section. I suggest you read the criminal justice section. with all the criminals and all of that shit. That's all in volume one, and the torture section. That's all in volume one. Then in volume two, you're probably gonna need to read the mania and the insanity section and the alcoholism section. You need to read that, because one thing I understand about a lot about psychology is that you can look in a motherfucker's eyes and tell if they're insane or not. And I'm glad I brought that up. I'm glad I went there right now because there's a very good history on insanity of from what occurred during the medieval times. And the volume two, that's actually the first whole part, is insanity, mania, and plagues. And you need to read the plagues. You need to get conformed with the rotten carcass. Okay. And then you need to go ahead and read some of the werewolf and the undead sections, you know, the witches and the baby boiling and all of that, because those are the Epstein files right there. Do you see how much shit is going on, nigga? That is all the kicked out of heaven, nigga. Good Lord. You need the preparation. Let me show you a whole nother level. That's why I was talking about when you read too much, when you read a lot of psychology and sociology, you can just look at a motherfucker. You can hear 3 sentences out of a person's mouth and tell if they're insane or not. Okay, you can look at a motherfucker and see in them eyes, nigga, if they're fucking insane. And let me explain what you saw in the Serbian brother's eyes. The what's his name? Uh Jokic. I don't even be watching basketball like that, but the shit went viral, right? Let's see if I can pull the picture up real quick. Yeah, Nicolo Jokic or Jokic. It's probably yeah. Here we go, right here. Let's see if you can. Let's see if we get a good picture of this. Because I don't think the American people understood what they saw in the eyes. Everybody is tripping, and what you saw there is called the berserker. What you saw there is called the Nordic. Okay, that is called, you know, the ripping of the gut out of the deer with your teeth. That is called sleeping in the deer with your teeth. That is called sleeping in the rib cage of the horse because it's too cold outside. You need the horse's warmth, like they showed you on that movie Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio. That's real shit, man. You need to understand what's going on here. That was the ritual eyeballs. That was the look of, we spit roast the human. You know what I'm saying? You're not understanding. That is the berserker, brother. I'm trying to let a nigga know something. Okay, I'm trying to let a nigga know. And all the pictures are coming up pixelated, yeah, because they had to break that shit down. They didn't want that. That's ancient Russia. You understand? That's way back up in there where, where the statement, um, who's coming to dinner means who's going to be served on the plate. You're not understanding. Some garlic, some celery, my friend. You're not understanding. Yo. Yo, man, let me tell you something, man. Them caucus heels, man, and these motherfuckers got some shit. You got to understand what you're looking at. Do you know what you're really looking at? These motherfuckers been whooping the planet's ass for 2,000 years, my nigga. This is not new. This is called maintenance, is what we're looking at. Or maybe another extreme takeover. And that's what made me get up here today. Because let me see if I can find that video. I couldn't find no good pictures, no clear pictures of Jokic here. They got them all pixelated. You know, yeah, that motherfucker will fucking barbecue your leg, bro. That's the look. You don't know the level of depravity these motherfuckers have been through. You're not comprehending. Okay. And with that energy, they've been able to kick ass on this planet. They've been able to put fast food restaurants in every corner of the planet. You understand? Now, this ain't no motherfucking idolization of the shit. It's just the mass amounts. It's just the extremity, the extremes. It's an example of the extremes that the human paradigm forces you to go through in order to win. Okay? And because that's what you're looking at, is you're looking at the winners. Okay? Let me see here if I can put this. Oh, this is I don't want to do that. No. Hold on. Yeah, I don't want to look at a motherfucking. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Share screen. Yeah, I can share the screen. Oh, I gotta put it on another screen. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I gotta show y'all some shit, man, because something made me get up here, and there's something that happened with the president that made me get up here. And I've been fighting it for a minute because there's been a mass amount of events. I mean, even before I show you this shit first, because god damn, I don't know, certain shit I don't even want to present no more because it's so dark. And I understand it on a scientific level. And I'll be trying to explain the science behind it. And motherfuckers be looking at me like I'm some fucking weirdo. But they looking at me as a weirdo because you don't even understand, nigga, that they discuss these subjects in the medical labs. These are the subjects that they're going over in the motherfucking universities, bro. And niggas be like, yeah, right, nigga, bro, dog. And that's where you just gotta be like, I forgot. You're a nigger. You don't understand shit. You ain't trying to understand shit. You know? You're not trying to accept the bottom line for the bottom line. Okay, let me see here. When you come over here fucking around with me, man, it's finna be the bottom line. I don't do none of that goddamn guesstimation bullshit. You know? That's what kicked out of heaven, man, because I remember niggas used to always tell me, oh, yeah, oh, man, the white man's supposed to rule for 20,000 years and he a beast and all this other fucking shit. I'm like, man, bro, whatever, dog. You just a jealous nigga, bro. Talking that stupid shit. You know, and then you hear the Illuminati niggas coming out talking the shit. You know, the Jordan Maxwell. Well, Jordan Maxwell tell you blatant. But then you have to understand when it comes to blatancy, the majority of, the native people don't see the reality of what's occurring right in front of them. You know, and what that shows me is that there's some shit that didn't happen down in history. That didn't happen in history, bro, where the nigga is still shocked. All races on the planet are still shocked. Why do you think they so quick to bow right now to all the weaponry that's, the U.S. military has right now? Is because they remember the ass whooping from 300, 400 years ago. You understand? That's why nobody don't want to dig into history. That's why don't nobody want to go anywhere past the protest. They're not even educated on anything past the protest. You see what I'm saying? They're not educated on no revolutions. They're not educated on the 30 years war, 100 years war, the War of the Johns, the War of the Roses. They're not educated on none of this shit. You know? They're not educated on, king philosophy. You have to study kings in order to be a king, my nigga. You know, you have to study the environment. You have to study the history. You have to know the picture. You know, we're going to talk about that shit too. It's funny I brought that word up, king. We're going to talk about the T.I. shit and the 50 Cent shit real quick. Let me find a real good picture so a nigga can see what a nigga talking about. Okay, yeah, they want to paint him as a Joker. Yeah, that nigga come up there and fucking rip your eyeballs out, bro, and boil that shit in the soup. You don't really know what level you fucking with. Like, B. Don't fuck with that kicked out of heaven and sea. That's the darkest energy on the planet compiled. You understand? It will make you mentally strong at a level where you're basically invincible. You know? Yeah, these old pixelated ass pictures ain't shit. But I'm finna do it anyway, nigga. Oh, let me see here. Yeah, it's some crazy ass shit, man. You see that shit? That's it right there. You see that? That's the look, brother. That's the look of the berserker. That is, that is the Nordic coming through. About to rip your fucking heart out your chest and bite it, bro. And eat this shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, the motherfuckers operate like that, bro. It is well documented. And that's why they show it to you in the horror movies. But niggas just think everything is a fucking joke and it's entertainment because they don't want to face the reality of what happened, 400, 500 years ago. You got your ass whooped. Everybody got their ass whooped. The Hindu got their ass whooped. The China got their ass whooped. The Japan got their ass whooped. Everybody. Nigga, don't you see what's going on? You see what I'm saying? Don't you see what's going on? Let me see here. Yeah, it's such a crazy situation. Let me see here. It's a crazy situation because JD Vance, man, he got my birthday. We got the same birthday. The news exactly when you're. Yeah. So, okay. Hold on. Let me see here. Archbishop Elpidophorus. Hold on. I didn't mean to do all that. Well, let me show the video anyways, because we got a lot to talk about right now. This is crazy shit. Watch this shit. It's stressful and expensive, but instead of helping, my congressman Juan Ciscomani has only made things worse, voting to add trillions to our debt and. Through your leadership, you embody the values of our Christian faith. Is it playing? And love for the gospel. You remind me of the great Roman emperor, Constantine the Great. Constantine the Great. That was my last album. Come on, bro. Why are we doing this, bro? This emperor, your dear Mr. President, is the one who founded and built the magnificent city of Constantinople, my birthplace, known today as Istanbul. It is my great honor to present you with this holy cross. The holy cross, nigga. Had to be with the cross, nigga. You understand? This cross is the very symbol that led this great Roman emperor Constantine to victory. And Christ revealed to him in a vision. He said, and tuto nika, told the emperor, means go with this and be victorious, Mr. President. This cross is an everlasting symbol of peace and an invincible trophy, a sign of divine strength and guidance. With this cross, I pray you bring peace to the world and make America invincible. Archbishop Elpidophorus. You see this shit? Look at this shit. Yo, and what's so illmatic about it is he said, why he compare him to Constantine the Great? And, we have to do the facts to it. Let's do some facts to it. Let's do the facts to it, my nigga. Constantine the Great, dog. Or Constantine the Black. Yeah, there it is. Right here. You see it? Go bump that. Go bump that. You understand? Why, bro? Why does it got to be here? Yo, the energy is ill, man. Okay, look at this. Yeah, there it is. There go the album right there, bro. You see that shit? Constantine the Black by This Sign Conquer, bro. That was my last album. So now I have to put out another album. You see? But as you all have been witnessing with everything from the Puffy to the Epstein, this shit is real shit that's going on. And you saw the moves that I made. And the moves is is we have to do an internalized financial situation. It ain't finna be none of this trying to sync with no nigga and trying to be over here and trying to chase after no Hollywood nigga. I don't play them motherfucking games, homie. I'm not that type of nigga, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't know how you niggas move. Do you see what the fuck Snoop just did? Bro, he owe all of them niggas royalties, bro. He bro, that shit broke my heart, bro. Like, bro, that shit bro. Come on, bro. All them jams you done made with the cocaine, with the DPG, with the motherfucking. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. You done made all this money with all these niggas, man. Yeah, and you ain't gave this nigga his royalties on Stacey Adams, nigga. And then he was over there opening up the marathon at the Long Beach, and somebody got the busting. And this nigga was over here wearing all black, trying to hide with the shades and shit. Yeah, nigga. We all see it, nigga. We all see it, nigga. And see, this is why. See, bro, it done made me, I done lost so much goddamn respect, bro. I done lost respect. Because it's simple shit like this where we all millionaires. What the fuck you? It's only nigga millionaires shooting that nigga millionaire. So only nigga millionaires getting the shootouts. You dig what I'm saying? You don't see nobody else shoot motherfucker. You gonna have some big money, man. Go drop a bomb on a nigga like these niggas are doing. Niggas saying 150 goddamn fighter jets on a nigga's ass. You understand me? And this is what these niggas are doing. You understand? So yeah, man, that shit's some sucker shit, bro. This shit is so embarrassing, bro. And this is why don't even think that in times like this, other races are going to assist you. You better be very keen. You better be very wise with your movements on that. You better have a very good judgment of character. And watch thoroughly. You know, you have to be very, very careful. You know, because we don't know where America may be going. We don't know what's planned. We don't know who has what type of powers. We are protected. We are lax. Americans are very lax. There's never really been a real major attack on the mainland of what America is. There was an attack on Pearl Harbor. That was in Hawaii, nigga. That was not on headquarters. We live on headquarters. You dig what I'm saying? Okay. So in other medieval news, oh yeah, I might as well put that shit up so I can put everything up now. Let me see here. In other medieval news, nigga. I don't even know if I should be putting this up here. You know, this is kind of sick made, but this is where we're at. And we have to go through all of the details because the theory of the kicked out of heaven is that epigenetics, that all of this shit that is loaded in their DNA has the possibility to show back up. So, you know, and it has been shown to you through movies and other vices. Like I said, we're going through the invasion of the body snatchers. For those that are just walking in, you know, let me catch you up. We have 100 skeletons inside there. Let me put that article up here too. This nigga over here digging up 100 bodies. Yeah, white boy digging up other white boys. It's all white on white crime. You understand how it works. It's all white on white crime. It's all white on white crime. And the native really don't know what to do about it. The native is before, you know. And that's why we had to go ahead and release the beast. You know, we had to get some, you know, the military pays their soldiers consistently. And they're just sitting around dogs and shit, nigga. We got to get them to work. That's what we train them for. You understand? Okay, let me see here. So y'all remember, this is what started at the beginning of the year. Yeah, let me just play the 30-second clip. We're not going all deep and shit with the shit. Yeah, so this white boy out here in Pennsylvania got 100 skeletons in his closet. This is the grave digger. The grave digger is explained inside the Kicked Out of Heaven. And this is the capability. An arm, it cost an arm and a leg, and that's what he was doing. He was selling the bones on the marketplace, nigga, the Facebook marketplace. It is unclear. Nigga, he feeding them witches, nigga. You niggas is boiling the baby, is what you niggas is doing. Okay? That's what you're doing. You shining the bones, you making the pipe, nigga. You making the Indian pipe. Look at this shit. Kentucky arrested after allegedly being caught having sex with a dead deer on the side of the road, brother. Sex with a dead deer on the side of the road, brother. The morbid deer. Nigga. Kicked out of heaven, nigga. My world, nigga. Fuck you niggas. Okay. Yeah, nigga better get his motherfucking mind right. Hey man, you wanted the truth. I gotta bring the truth. This is the truth. I know it's a hard pill to swallow. I know a lot of people don't like this. But this is side road. Witness thing called one per report. When law enforcement I was born covered in deer fur and blood, according yeah, yeah. Because we didn't put nothing in place to try to stop this dumb shit. Bitch ass niggas is out here supporting this LGBTQ, and this is what it done led to, nigga. You supported the fucking retard. You thought it was cute walking the autistic up the stairs and shit, pushing around the wheelchairs and giving birth to fucking three-legged degenerates, nigga, because you was eating Wendy's when you was pregnant, nigga. Yeah, this is what you have allowed in society, the planet, nigga. This is what is going on. Because you wasn't forewarned. You didn't build your protection line. You don't have a safe space. Ain't nothing fucking safe, nigga. Niggas ain't talking about no safe space now, nigga. Yeah, I know the Mexicans and the ICE didn't shut up since they got their Mexico blowing up over there. They got all that cartel shit going. Who is the safe space? America, nigga. So don't be over here waving your flag, homie. We got to keep something clear about what America is. I'll get aggressive about America because, nigga, this is all I know. See, let's clear something up real quick while we in the midst of war, because the native has a traitor mind, by majority. You just gotta, the shit don't work, B. Okay, look, if it did work, then there'd be as many cities or civilizations in cooperation as America is standing right now. The only one that's maybe cleaner than us is maybe Japan. You know, the one that has more business than us is maybe, you got China. There's some Russian cities that is very clean. Russia holds their shit together. They very, very clean over there. You know what I'm saying? Poland is clean, but they keep the degenerates out, nigga. You see what I'm saying? America is all you know. America is all I know. And that's the bottom line. I don't know anything else, bro. I'm stuck behind enemy lines, is what they want to call it. Shit. But I had to figure the enemy out. Supposedly, they did leave Europe and make the whole world the fucking enemy because they had industrial power. And the bottom line to the system is it's called natural law. If I got more than you, I can run over and take your shit. That doesn't mean it's right. Right by who? Right by who's God? See, like, let me show you something. Like, everybody want to talk shit about the Jews, right? All right. So the Jews literature says that the goyim on the planet is their cattle, and they can do whatever they want to with that cattle, and that cattle is only to exist to serve them. Is that not what's going on? The goyim is paying the Jew, the Epstein, right? The Stein, the Frankenstein, then made our women Frankensteins, the surgeries and the BBLs, Epstein. Ep is actually, it means boar. Okay. Stein means stone. So it's just like, they got the gold in the berg and all of that, The berg is just like iceberg stone. So, they have the Steinstein, the Epstein shit going on. And we are financing those parties. We are financing their yachts with your purchases at the Amazons and the Walmarts. And you need some milk for the children, the Infamil. You need to get your vaccine. You need to go pay your car insurance. And you're financing. I am financing. We are all financing. Okay. So then that means we are serving them. Okay. So does that mean that their God is right? Because that's exactly what's occurring. Because if you tell me if I arrive on the planet and there's a 1% that's controlling a 99%, then the 99% has got to be dumbass. How does a 99% allow a 1% to run them? You've got to be a dumbass. You did not fortify. You did not have the weaponry to protect yourself. And this is just the reality. And until people recognize their position, you won't ever be able to really fortify yourself, defend your line, or be able to progress to the next levels when it comes to your financial, social understanding and the complexity of government and all of that. Until you accept your position and understand where your position is at. The rook can't move like the bishop. Okay? A fucking 4 aces will always rule over 4 queens. Okay. Do you understand how this is working? You have to deal with the fucking reality of your position. I understand the reality of my position. I understood it years ago. I could look at the social mathematics of what was going on, and we look at the probabilities and look at what is rolled out. Everything that I fucking said that was going to roll out has rolled out, brother. You've seen it over the years. Even the zombie situation with the motherfucker was eating off a nigga face in Florida, and he was supposedly smoking on the bath salts. We have came across a multitude of situations of cannibalism ever since I went through that little zombie phase. And I was talking about the Mad Max and all of that. Yeah, bro, you're gonna need your guns. You're gonna need to be prepared with all of that. A lot of motherfuckers ain't prepared for shit because you were partying, paying the families. Because Hennessy is a family, Cavassier is a family, Seagram's is a family. Okay. And you've been keeping these families rich for eons so they could boil your babies, suck the blood, and then feed it right back to you, which are actually practices that's been going on since old Europe before they even got on this slave, before they even created the whole slave ship situation. You understand? This is all real. Is there a plan in action? Yeah, I could develop a plan in 5 seconds. Obviously, you seen me do that. You seen me put money in the proper places and develop and create and complete. I complete Encyclopedia on the booty while the niggas that y'all niggas was over here supporting them fucking with got locked up about the booty. Woo! I'm still tripping off of that. I'm still tripping off of everything that happened in the conscious movement, man. I'm still tripping, bro. That shit is mind blowing, nigga. This whole shit. So the dead deer is mind blowing. The white boy got 100 skeletons. I done told you niggas. All of this. I done told the dancing mania. Your bitch is twerking everywhere. You can't stop it. There's batteries in the butt, nigga. That's what's going on. Okay. These niggas is running off. Look, nigga, y'all niggas did the nigga Diddy bad. The nigga Diddy is all fucked up. And then, I want to do a study on the social response difference in between how niggas treated Diddy and then niggas treated Epstein. And Epstein supposedly over here got the babies in the smoothie. You understand me? Yeah, because see, the one thing you gotta understand, man, is that who is it? David Icke, which I got all his films. Holla at me if you need to get them. I still got the films going. Millennium DVDs, consciousfilms.com. That's all me. And I got all the David Icke films. So if you need to go back over the reptilians eating the babies, holla at me. You understand? Okay, now the David Icke. He was talking great shit. The nigga said, yeah, they over there eating the babies, nigga, Planned Parenthood. I said, nigga, this nigga is full of shit. Motherfuckers, because, man, the human lies a lot. The human, blah, 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 be lying like a motherfucker. And I know this is why I came through. My whole energy is very anomaly because I don't like that shit. And that's why my eyes look like the way they do, because I know because I've been through the lies. Y'all niggas don't even know what the fuck I've been through 2025, nigga. Lord have mercy. Woo! Nigga was on the tight rope. You understand? But yeah, bro, that's why I be having to shut this shit down sometimes. But anyways, the shit, the nigga be lying, bro. The motherfuckers be lying. I forgot the plan. I just had a flashback of all the shit I've been through for the past 2 years. I gotta hold my shit down. You understand? And I will always hold my shit down. Fuck the dumb shit. But yeah, the kicked out of heaven, man. The Epstein files is There was that's what I was talking about. David Icke was talking about everybody eating the babies and all of this other shit. So I didn't go to the medieval to look for that information. I stumbled across it studying other things. Once I had to study the criminal, the crimes that were being committed and the types of criminals that were in the medieval. They kept on having all these cases of, they killed pregnant women, they ripped the babies out of them, and they fucking cut off the left hands, and they were making soup out of them. And there's a multitude of reports. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. Some say that that's a political smear campaign type of thing that's going on, just to slander somebody's name, and that could be true. But to extremely lie on somebody like that, that's pretty far. Now, I could go from the 1300s all the way up to this date and show you a whole fucking encyclopedia, nigga. I could literally develop an encyclopedia on the Caucasian infatuation with pedophilia and baby murder. Okay, I could do that. I'm not going to. I assure you that. I would never do that. You niggas don't pay enough for that. Niggas don't pay enough for that level of the game. Oh, hell no. But I could do it. I know where the information is at. The information is there. I could go all the way down to Greece and I could show you artwork, the paintings. I could put the whole thing together. But I wouldn't even know. Y'all niggas don't pay enough. No, 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 no. And then people look at me like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm very sane. As we can see, I've been able to handle all these situations, raise my sons, dealing with women, dealing with the public light, creating videos, creating music, and then deal with this heavy ass metaphysical shit that be happening. Like this, like the vice president got my fucking birthday, and then the Trump, he just gets the Constantine the Great and the cross, and that was the name of my last album. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is too much repeat. And then Cuba is next, nigga. So if we pay attention every single month since the beginning of the year, we have taken a new country. So January, it was Venezuela, mine. You niggas is weak. The game is Monopoly, nigga. Be lucky that you was born. Praise God. God bless America, nigga. Praise God, bro, that you were born on the winning team, because you're on the winning team. You can go to your refrigerator and get some spaghetti right now and be comfortable, nigga. Kick your feet up on your fluffy ass couch, nigga, and flip through your flat screen TV with the big booty bitch walking around. You can do that right now while we are at war. I guarantee you, there's not another country on this planet that is going to have its inhabitants that relaxed while they are in the midst of war. And when I say war, it is war. For instance, Trump just took out 9 naval Iran ships and took out a naval building, a headquarters. Do you understand, nigga? But see, this is what's really about to get interesting right now with America, with a headquarters, because people don't really understand what the headquarter is. That's why they have the head on the quarter, nigga. Okay, they call it the headquarter, nigga. You understand? Your home is your headquarters. A hotel room is not. So those bunny hopping out here in the world, watch yourself, because you're playing around with some very dangerous lines. But a lot of people, their nervous system is wired up to not actualize this existence as a reality. So they don't have any hold or value towards their own life, and they go play in this cartoon role, and they do this thing called what is it called? It's called spazzing out, or what is it called? Um what is it, spazzing out, or the fucking flipping out, or the fucking I forgot what it's called. But back when I was a kid, it was called temper tantrum, nigga. You know, it's called temper tantrum. You're a child that is confused about your situation, and you think some form of crying and flailing your arms everywhere is going to do something. It's not going to do shit. You're just going to make yourself look like more of a fool. um you know Shouts out to the police. I gotta do it, because boy, I'll be watching them body cams, and boy, it is a load of dumbass out here. I saw a video the other day, cop just handling a call with a teenage kid. He was driving and didn't have the insurance. Mom was on the phone. So out of nowhere, dude rolls up in his car with an axe and hops out the car and charges at the cop. And the cop had to blicky, blicky, blicky hit this nigga, stupid ass nigga. Like, people want to die out here. It's getting real ugly. I told you, I advocate for guns. I told you to get your guns. You know, be strapped. Get a taser, get the bear spray, get whatever you feel is good for your weaponry that you're comfortable with. Because it's unpredictable on what can occur. We have allowed a lot of dumbass in the past 20, 30 years. And, my generation didn't take anything pertaining to government serious, nor did we take our responsibility serious. And it shows not only in what's going on with the country, but also with our children. It definitely shows that we don't know what seriousness is, and we're too lax. We're not attached to anything. A lot of things have let us down, so we detached from that, like religion and a lot of other shit. That family structure. People detached from that. It let them down. There really was no guidance for our generation and shit. But this is the situation we're in now. You know, it's really odd. It feels odd. It is odd. I know y'all feel it in the air. I mean, it's really odd when you got a situation like The Simpsons that just blatantly disrespects you and just puts up glimpses of their cartoon of what's gonna happen in your future. Like, that shit is the highest level of disrespect. But even what's more disrespectful than that is that the millions of people in America know about that shit, have seen that shit, and we have done nothing about it. And that's the fucking problem. We've done nothing about it. You know, we've enjoyed conveniency enough to where it has weakened us, because it's not really our conveniency. It's not even coming from our mind, basically, as a race, especially when it comes to mass production. A lot of these inventions, like the keyboard, microphone, cell phone, cordless phone, all of that came from black folk, but it doesn't have our mass production glow on it. Which that mass production glow and power comes from the medieval, when you have to understand your logos and your family crest, and you have to understand the spirituality behind it, because basically, um, put all of those spirits inside this literature. A lot of those are shut down, and that's why a lot of corporations are shut down, emerging and acting all funny right now. But yeah, the God Silver 20 is still here. I know it's been a minute. And it's been calling because of the situations just keep on rolling and rolling and rolling. And now we're in this war situation, right? And what's so funny about it is we were just in the Epstein situation. And I was trying to figure out how I was going to be able to get out here with these books and just, go ahead and say, yo, y'all want to talk about the satanic ritual abuse and all of that other shit? Well, you need to know what it is, and the best way you're gonna figure out what it is by getting it kicked out of heaven and seeing where the root of it is at. You definitely go through the keys left in that literature. You'll be able to find all the rest of the information. That's why it's composed the way it is composed. With a multitude of different subjects. So that's where we're at right now. You know, It's a lot of crazy ass shit. The invasion of the body snatchers. Ain't nobody playing with you. Ain't nobody playing, you know. Um man. Yeah, man. Y'all say something in the comments. I know there's a lot of people in here now. Come on, let's interact. Y'all get the kicked out of heaven. You know, right now it's going for $33. So don't even fucking bullshit, because I'm gonna tell you right now, you need at least 5 chapters of this information. 5 specific chapters to go ahead and get yourself prepared for the possibilities. So you won't be spazzing out when you see certain shit. And those sections are going to be, I'll go over it again for the people who already have the information. You need to read the weather section. You need to read the criminal justice section and the criminals with the torture devices. And then from there, we need to be reading the beginning of volume 2, which is the imp section and the plagues and everything. You need to read the occult serial killers and the werewolf section. And then after that, you should be pretty good. Well, and then to clean it up, you definitely need to read the 3rd volume, and you just have to read the Saints stories. You don't have to go any further than that. You know, well, the Black Madonnas. Okay, just stare at those. That's all they're needed. That's sacred geometry right there. Okay. So, and then, you know, you might want to look at the catacombs too. Get used to the skulls. Get used to it, you know, because you can only win at war when you've already fallen in love with death, you know, and that's just what the reality is. And that's the extreme that they went to. And that's why they're able to do everything that they're doing. Like I said earlier, this is nothing but maintenance. This is maintenance for the native. We have to remind you about that ass whooping we put down 400, 500 years ago, put you niggas right back in your spot. And we're going to wave the flag over here. We're going to bring you niggas some McDonald's and Starbucks, and everybody is happy. You have Netflix now. Your women don't have to wear the hijab no more. You understand? Okay. We will have fun. She can have fun. Okay. There's no need for this anger, this disruption. And that's what's going on. Constantine the Great, Constantine the Black, you know, go bump that album, because you're going to need the energy. You're going to need some royal energy. You know, I'm the only one that really brought that shit through. They brought money energy. I brought royalty energy, you know, elite energy. And it's a whole nother game. So go get involved, go bump the album, go to the Kicked Out of Heaven and cop the books, because right now you should be copying the books in bulk so you could sell them your own to people that's around you, because when the product is in their faces, they're more likely to buy it than to be seeing it on the screen or you telling them about something. And stop being a bitch ass nigga and trying to come out with all these facts and stick your chest out, you know. Uh what is that? Why did I say pedos care about what type of mother a woman is? What do you mean? Well, I mean, that's an interesting question. Well, what's going on with that is that you don't understand the predator level of things, especially when it comes down to the animalism of humans. Okay, so it operates by scent. So if a mother is, you know, moving around and she only has a daughter or she only has a son, the survival instinct smell comes out of her body of not having a higher testosterone level male around her to protect her inside the home. It's an undertrace scent. So that's what you have to understand. So pedos just know how to get at single mothers by scent alone. It's an animal game. You know what I'm saying? So single mothers, especially watching out, you gotta watch out for girls who be advertising their children on, you know, when they be talking about, oh yeah, I'm a boy mom and a girl mom. Nobody needs to know what type of mom you is. You dig what I'm saying? Don't think that you finna get you some simp ass nigga, because the majority of simp ass niggas be the pedos, be. I mean, you could look at a nigga like Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Gates. You could look at them niggas and tell that they ain't got no muscle line to fuck on no woman. They don't got no muscle line or no beat down on no woman. So, nigga, if you ain't got it etched into your essence of who you are, your shoulders, your face, your back, your arms, and how you sit that you can beat down some motherfucking pussy, nigga, you a weirdo. A bitch can see it. A bitch can see it. See, what y'all got to understand is that women, they operate off of more of the animal sense paradigm than what males do. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Males do it as well, but women have to do it for social principles. Men do it for protection principles and hunting principles. Okay. So it's a different kind of line. But then in the human paradigm as well, you got the beta male. So the beta males, they structure different. Especially when it comes to the chemicals that humans are using today. Where they say the average American right now, or the average human overall, is in contact with over 10,000 chemicals before 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You've already um been affected by over 10,000 chemicals. And that's everything from the fabric that you're wearing to your toothbrush, the bristles in your toothbrush, the brush you may use, lotion, deodorant, cologne, soap, dish soap, the gas from the fucking stove you cut on. You already, nigga, please. You go outside, you pump gas in your car, nigga, please. The freshener in the vehicle, you already, nigga, what? 10,000 something chemicals before 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You dig what I'm saying? And that is definitely pumping a lot of estrogen and altering the paradigm of the household. And that's why men need to have their man cave, is to be separate from all the estrogen chemicals that women keep inside the household. You see what I'm saying? Because they keeping the air freshener, the motherfucking laundry detergent, the motherfucking perfume, the weave, all of that shit, the makeup, nigga, all of that shit, and it's all fucking estrogen, nigga. And then you over here inhaling that shit all goddamn day. You see what I'm saying? And then you turning out being a fucking weirdo. You dig what I'm saying? So when women be out here advertising their children, because when I studied the pimping, that's one thing that I saw that I heard come out of a police chief's mouth. He was like, man, y'all be painting this picture with this stereotype of this black male pimp, and that's not what we be coming across. What we come across up in here is mothers selling their own daughters, okay? And usually it's because it happened to them, so they'll do it. See, don't nobody want to talk about all that shit because we want to keep the woman in her baby face looking innocent and motherfucking nigga, please. That bitch crazy motherfucker. Man, yeah, so that's what I meant by that statement. Pedos hunt single mothers. And a lot of single mothers a lot of single mothers advertise and don't care if they're getting with a pedo, because the pedo may be balling, and she just turned a blind eye to what's going on as long as she could wear a fucking rock on her finger. You dig what I'm saying? That shit's been going on for years, nigga. But that goes on with bitch ass niggas who don't got their testosterone up, who don't got their levels up, and really can put some smashing on a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You can see it in their continents. Them niggas don't got no continents. Like, they can fucking put no smash on no motherfucking bitch, nigga. You dig what I'm saying? So, nigga, you ain't getting no respect out here, nigga. You can't create no mammy, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So yeah, it's a nasty situation going on in society. We're at war right now. Support America or take your ass the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? This is all you know, and this is where you were born. I don't want to hear that bitch shit about no fucking slavery and all that shit. Well, nigga, if you angry about slavery, nigga, then do something about it. Do something about it then, nigga. Cause see, I'm a real man about how I move and operate. If I can't do something about a situation, now I'm not finna hold no energy towards that situation. I don't do incompletion, nigga. I complete shit. You know what I'm saying? I complete albums. I complete the delivery of my son. I got the woman pregnant and I made sure I was the first one to get the child. It's called completion from A to Z, nigga. You understand? Just like the encyclopedia is written in order from A to Z, nigga. You see? It's called completion finalization. I don't run around in a circle chasing my tail looking for it, trying to fucking enjoy the fucking journey, nigga. Because guess what? After there's one completion, guess what? There's about to be another. You got to start again from another A and hit another Z point. Then guess what? After that, you're going to have to do it again and again and again and again and again and again. And that's what it is for the man's world. You run around chasing your tail, getting all caught up in the lights and the journey, and we get drunk and all this other stupid shit, nigga. You getting your ass fucked up. And that's what happened. That's what's going on right now. You getting fucked up. Niggas is not prepared for nothing. They're not even psychologically prepared. You know, let me show you how cold it is. A nigga will go out here and shoot up the whole front yard and kill the kids and the grandma. But he goes home and he gets on the GTA or he gets on the Call of Duty and this nigga is sniping niggas. So why didn't you just go through the neighborhood and find a point in the fucking apartment building or some shit and hit your just target, make no noise, get away smoothly? Why the fuck you got to do all this loud, rah shit? And I'm glad I brought up all of that shit. Because, yeah, I talk how I talk on the video. I may put, a little excitement in my wordplay. But let me tell you something, bro. I'm not no performing ass nigga, bro. That's the word I was looking for earlier. I don't crash out, nigga. I'm a businessman, bro. I'm a father, bro. You understand? I'm historically literate. You understand? I'm psychology literate. I'm literate in a couple of different ologies. So I think a little bit. I'm not finna put on no show for you. I don't think humans are important enough to put on no motherfucking show. Everybody that you got attached to from putting on their fucking bells and whistles and being some fucking circus monkey turned out to be a bitch ass nigga. Every last one of them. From Kanye West to all of this shit with the 50 Cent and the T.I., every last nigga, the brother Polite, every last nigga, bro, that put on the show for you, that wore the funny hat. Nigga, what happened in the end? What was the results? Thank you, my nigga. So it's your thinking that's wrong. It's your desires that's wrong. It's whatever attachment you feel as if you got to have with another motherfucker instead of just building. I build. Obviously, I didn't start YouTube. When I started YouTube, there was no Millennium DVDs. There was no Stargate Publishing and 12 and 10 books. And there was no motherfucking Saga City Records and 12 albums. I did all of that shit and still kept videos going consistently and move from state to state, nigga. You understand? You understand? You guys have seen carbon copy niggas of my style out here on tenfold. You understand? And the reason why I got to put it like this is because now, the horn is being blown. We have to do this money religion shit and be very fucking serious about it. And there needs to be some development going. Do I have to draw out a plan? Niggas want you to draw out a plan and show them a plan. Nigga, you ain't no authority position to be showing no plan, nigga. I already got skin in the game. Hold on, let me see here. Yeah, I guess, but yeah, that's what it is. I already got skin in the game, man. I already proved my position tenfold. Niggas can't see what the fuck it is, then hey man. Yeah, hey man, say man. Should I put out another album? I think I should, man. This nigga just did the Constantine the Great on the nigga, man. Trump just did the Constantine the Great. I mean, that's crazy. And it's a magic war. It's a war. It's a war of a war of spirituality. A spiritual war, I guess. Metaphysical war. And y'all been seeing me do that shit on the solo the entire time too. Yo, this shit is wild. These conversations need to be done in private, bro. I don't like to be on this YouTube shit. I got what? A big number flashed up here and said how many people was in the room, and then it went to another number, and then I only got maybe one or two people in the chat. So I don't even know who's watching my shit. I don't know what type of documentation. Niggas is weird, B. Motherfuckers don't like being men no more. It's too much hard work to be responsible and do what the fuck you supposed to do, especially in the white man's world. Because he designed this shit, and you niggas is not trying to figure out what type of cage we living in. But if you want a shortcut to that, Kicked Out of Heaven is it. It will clearly show you what cage you're in, and not to be surprised that you will be able to identify all antics and all illusions that are coming to attack you. Okay, you will be able to identify all of that shit in the Kicked Out of Heaven. Okay, you will be able to see movies clearer, yeah, because you understand their language. Your ears are gonna pop, and you're gonna hear. You're gonna be able to hear further. Okay, this is predator. This is apex predator information for survival and consumption purposes. For survival and consumption purposes. You understand? Okay. Yes, you must devour your enemy. Okay. Especially those that make themselves your enemy and you didn't even ask. You were polite. I don't even want to use that word. Look at that. Weird ass nigga. You know. Nah, the next album ain't gonna be no God of War. Y'all could go bump the wire for war. That album slap. Linger in Her Lingerie is on there. The Dark Lord is on there. I mean, the Star Lord is on that album. That album slaps. You know, but definitely go bump Constantine the Great. You know, Constantine the Black, as we have seen. As a matter of fact, let's look that up real quick. I wanted to do that real quick. I'll do that. Then I'll get up out of here. What was this? Let me see here. Yeah. L L L Pitaforus. L Pitaforus.
Through your leadership, you embody the values of our Christian faith.
Of our Christian faith. Elpidophorus of America. Who is these niggas? Oh, this is from Turkey. Okay. Okay, he was born. Okay. No, I was just seeing if there was any other metaphysics going on here real quick. But I don't see any. So yeah, everybody got quiet with the Epstein files. I got a lot of information on that too. I was gonna do a video, but then we got hit with this war shit. I mean, man, it's all in the book, man. I don't even like saying "I told you so" type shit. It sounds redundant. It sounds childish to say that. I'm not trying to laugh at anybody, but I take things serious, and if you take things serious, then hope to hear from you soon, and maybe we can get some structure, some things going. But finances are needed first, and I'm not no nigga to be getting no finances from no odd sources. As you can see, everything I've done is internally financed. And it's getting tiring. I'm getting older. I got other things I could be doing with my life instead of what happened to the majority of my content on YouTube. I took it down, bro. And what y'all gotta understand is that I'm not a character. Like, I'm not HBO groomed, you know? And that's what your brain is accustomed to. So that's where the numbers go. I haven't watched TV or been attached to no Hollywood shit in over 20 some odd years. You know? And I took it all down. My old videos, I'm saying a lot of wild stuff that is true, that does come to fruition, that can be researched and referenced, but it is taboo. It is unorthodox. It is chaotic, and it's coming from an individual who is not quote unquote scholastically trained. I'm still wild, and I still, do what I want to do, which makes me a loose cannon in the areas of academia. So people really don't know what they're looking at. Too much of a complex of different type of stereotypes and shit. So for me to be showing my face on the YouTube doesn't really do me any good. It doesn't, you know, it's there's a high possibility of more hurt than help, you know, when it comes to me and my personal life. So I took all my YouTube videos down. This video may only be up for a couple of weeks or so. I don't know. I might take this one down before I go to sleep tonight. I don't know. But and that's why I kept on telling y'all about the seriousness of the situation. If there's no benefit, then what the fuck am I doing? If there's no provision for an expansion in the work, then what the fuck am I doing? I could write a lot more books. I could put out a lot more albums. But if we're dealing with a target market that has collapsed because they don't know how to identify their environment pertaining to who they want to listen to, pertaining to information or whatever the case, the conscious community collapsed after they were let down from a chain of events that occurred, and my name stayed all the way the fuck up out of it. You understand? These niggas failed. They're failures. Okay. So the target market dissolved. There's no more money coming through. You dig? So, for me to be out here talking about the uterus as an alien and all this other shit, which are concepts that are very real, but people can't handle that shit. They're not educated for it. You have to be educated and experienced in a multitude of different things to comprehend a lot of the shit that I say and the conclusions that I come to. So it's not wise for me to be out here in the public face like this when I'm dealing with an environment of, the innocent bystanders, basically. And people just staring at me. It's just big eyeballs blinking at me and ain't nothing going down. You know what I'm saying? Hit the cash app. Prove me wrong. If you can't prove me wrong, then I stand I stand corrected. Yeah, hit the cash app. Let's see what happens. Because if you don't put no gasoline in the engine's not gonna run. I'm not gonna have all these videos out here talking all this crazy shit. I'm trying to get a way bigger bag, and I'm doing it through other means. And I'm not an individual that force feeds myself on people. I just provide good product, and I just try to do my best when it comes to telling the truth unbiasedly. I really don't want to fall into a hole of, the cracker this and the white man this, and blah, 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 and all this old stupid ass shit. Because the native ain't finna do nothing but stab his leader in the fucking back, as we have seen on multitude. Okay. So, that's just what it is. I took down all those videos. I don't know if I'll put them back up. I don't know if I'll keep this video up. I do appreciate y'all coming through here tonight. There's some crazy ass energy in the air. We had to talk about it. I know people were waiting to hear something from me because a multitude of different events, the 100 bodies, the Maduro, the ice, the Greenland, the deers, the dead deers getting fucked on the side of the road, my nigga. The whole shit. Cuba, nigga, Iran just got bombed over, There's been mass events going back to back, back to back, back to back. The T.I. and the 50 Cent. I guess I'll talk about that before I bounce. Um, it's childish. I think it's childish. Only black millionaires getting the shootouts. I don't see the real point of it. You know what I'm saying? I be looking at these niggas in this rap shit, and it's like, man, y'all niggas done already made millions, bro. What is the point of you keeping your face in the place? There's a million ways to make money out here. Okay, you could be buying stock in glass, nigga. You could buy stock in fucking concrete, nigga. Why the fuck do niggas gotta have their face all the way in front of a fucking camera and shit all the time? Now you already made your millions. Get out the fucking way so niggas can so the next generation can run in. If you have bad money management skills, that's your fault. You know what I'm saying? You niggas had humongous bags. What are you talking about? You niggas got Fort Knox money. You know, so get the fuck out the way. It's a psychological issue. What the fuck you need to be on the screen for, B? What you need to be in the scene for, bro? You're not dropping no new album. Are you marketing for a new album? All right then, bro. There's millions of ways to get the dough, bro. You can get dough back in the middle of fucking Thailand. You can get dough in fucking Australia. Like, bro, your money stretches, my nigga. Like, bro, you ain't gotta be, you know, doing this shit, doing the podcast shit and all this other shit. Niggas is weird, B. Niggas don't grow up. Um, yeah, niggas don't grow up. You know, that's really what we're looking at, and it's sad. You know what I'm saying? T.I. has had a good run. 50 Cent has had a good run. I didn't listen to either one of their careers, and there's reasons why. You know, um, 50 Cent came in the rap game with another nigga's name, and that was something I really didn't respect that off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Like, no real nigga wears another nigga's name, especially a nigga that was an OG gangster that was, you know, respected in his zone. You know, like no real nigga does no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then that whole Walgreens shit with Ti. So you know, it don't take a lot for me. For me to see some activity off a nigga, I'm like, all right, that's the red flag I needed to see right there. Just like I said with Kanye and the teddy bear. And now you see Kanye done took 50 cents sales and crushed his whole shit. Remember when they did that little fucking shit? And he come out later talking this crazy shit on Twitter, talking about he done molested his motherfucking cousin. Nigga, what type of niggas is these niggas? These is the niggas that you niggas listen to and fucking pray to and shit because the Jew pays them and shit, puts them in place, bro. You know what I'm saying? Social influence, I don't allow, nigga. I like my brain. I like the way my brain think, nigga. I don't like all that fucking weak ass shit. It's a weak shit. You know, so yeah, but you know, like I said, bro, I'm not a performing nigga, bro. I don't create the big scene and you know, want everybody to look at me because I'm screaming in the middle of the store and shit and you know, and making this big scene. I don't do that, my nigga. You know, my brain is too heavy to be out here, you know, flipping my feet around and fucking dancing and break dancing and shit, nigga. I got too much shit in the brain that doesn't allow me to move like that. You know what I'm saying? I will do the rap shit, I will, but you know, jumping up and down on stage, running around and sparkly clothes and shit, nigga, that's not my lane, nigga. It's just, you know. But yeah, it looks like they didn't shut down the Constantine the Black, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and put out this algorithm. But we gonna see, man. You know, it all depends on how y'all make it feel. You make it real, nigga. Somebody sent $5. A for effort. You know, $5. Nigga, hit the cash app, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. I can't get a large fry with $5, nigga. You see that? You see? But I'm appreciative. You know, that's why I'm here right now. It's because I appreciate shit. What kind of name is Boo Boo? Yeah, that's a difficult one, brother. That is very difficult. You know, that's difficult. I don't know, bro. Boo Boo, 50 Cent, T.I. I don't know, bro. It's a bunch of, you know, all of that. I don't be fucking around, bro. You know, you know, I don't know, bro. I don't give a fuck about what these niggas is doing. But yeah, that's what's going on. Don't be worried about it. The big picture with all of this war shit is that we're just compressing. This is a stage of compression. And what do I mean is that, you know, a lot of shit got to be sort of smashed down and compressed a little bit and wiped off the scene a little bit, basically like sweeping, you know, it's like sweeping old room got too much dust on the floor, so we can bring in some new juju, and that's what's going on. Because we take over Venezuela, we take over Iran, and then we can impose we can see when you restart a country and their whole financial economic system is destroyed and fucked up, you can automatically start them out with a digital currency. And that is a possible of what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? We don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? But that is definitely a possible. There's definitely corporation expansion that's going to occur. So look out for that when it comes to the stocks and whatnot. But yeah, I just wanted to get up here, man. Y'all can hold on to this little video for a while, man. Y'all got to think about what I said, man. Y'all want me here? Y'all want some real shit to go down? Then y'all gonna have to make it happen. Otherwise I'm gonna be MIA. And I will be prepared. Anybody who's around me, who's my family, which I only got one person in my family, nigga shit, that's here with me. You dig what I'm saying? Two, and that's it. Shit. That's all I can give a fuck about is about what's right in front of me. So you want to make some large situation go happen? I know how to make it happen. But you're gonna have to hit the line to make it happen. My number's everywhere. I don't play games. So if you want to get some preparation DVDs, food storage DVDs, martial art DVDs, or anything of that nature, go to millennialdvds.com. They get shipped out immediately. You need to get the kicked out of heaven so you can understand what type of world you might be entering into and what the possibilities truly are and what you can identify that will allow you to not get fucked off in the areas of European illusion. Okay, because I'm not being hoodwinked by shit. You see, I've been right the entire time, the whole route. Who was gonna get hired? Who was gonna get elected? When? All of that shit. You see me call it all out, nigga. Okay, and even the Mad Max zone, which is a possibility right now. But y'all get at me, man. Appreciate it. Peace.